turning it on? It's on? This we know. This we know, the earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. This we know. All things are connected, like the blood that unites one family. All things are connected. Whatever befalls the earth befalls the children of the earth. This we know. We did not weave the web of life. We are merely a strand in it. Whatever we do to the web, we do to ourselves. This we know.
Spirit of life, Mother Earth, Goddess of many names, thank you for the blessings that you bestow upon us.
Spirit of the East, of the rising sun and new beginnings, shine upon us. Spirit of air, of wind and breezes, of all that is open and free, breathe life. Inspire us, Be welcome in our circle.
Spirit of the south, of the noonday sun and all that is warm and filled with light, help us grow. Spirit of fire, of energy, of intention and passion, burn bright, transform us. Be welcome in our circle.
Spirit of the west, of the setting sun, help us to come together in community, connected as one. Spirit of water, of ferocity and gentleness, that which brings forth new life. Let us join as the drops of water that form the river. Nurture us. Be welcome in our circle.
Spirit of the north, of darkness, give us hope. Spirit of the earth, bring stability and wisdom, a firm foundation upon which to stand, a place from where we can grow. Sustain us. Be welcome in our circle.
Spirit of the sky above, Spirit of the earth below, Spirit within us. We welcome you into our circle this morning. Bless this space with your energy. All beings of love and light are welcome here. May this circle be a sacred space.
Good morning. You know, with all the summer air that came last week, I sort of thought spring was here. But it looks like we're going to celebrate May Day with the cloudy, rainy Ithaca weather. Bummer. It's great to see all of you this morning. Newcomers, longtime members, and those returning, and those watching online. I'm Jens Wenberg, and I'm your celebration associate this morning. Welcome. May we gather today in this year to nurture our connections, seek inspiration, and embrace the change in these unpredictable times. Resistance is our theme for the month, and we can find comfort and strength in it. If you're joining us for the first time, please visit our welcome table in the parlor after the service, or fill out one of the yellow cards like this. And they're in the back of the pew, and leave it in the offertory plate. And then after the service, you're invited to join us in the parlor, right through these doors. And if you prefer a quieter space, you're welcome to stay here in the sanctuary. So, before we start I have a couple of announcements, I'm sorry. The community-wide auction class closes at 9 p.m. today. Get your bid in soon. The spiritual yoga series meets today at 12:15 in the Arch Room. And then the area congregations together will meet here at 3 o'clock to see the women behind Frederick Douglass, a very interesting thing. So now, before we light the chalice, I invite you to greet one another. saying the chalice lighting words, which are listed printed in your order of service. We light this chalice for the web of light which sustains us, for the sacred circle of life in which we being, for the earth, the sky, above and below, and for Mother Earth, and for the mystery. That's what it is. We're done.
I have a couple of friends who have agreed to be helpers for our Side with Love collection today. If I came and chatted with you about that, there are 3 empty baskets over there. For everyone else, I invite you to rise and join me in body or spirit for hymn number 1074, Turn the Earth Around, and dancing is encouraged. From the fire, living in the fire, go back to the fire, turn the world around. We come from the water, living in the water, go back to the water, turn the world around. Oh, so is life, ah, so is life. Whoa, so is life, ah, so is life. Do you know who I am? Do I know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do we know who we are? Do you know who I am? Do I know who you are? See we one another clearly. Do we know who we are? Whoa, so is life. Whoa, so is life. Whoa, so is life. Abadi wow, so is life. Water make the river, river wash the mountain, fire make the sunlight, turn the world around. Heart is of the river, body of the mountain, spirit of the sunlight, turn the world around. We are of the spirit, truly of the spirit, only can the spirit turn the world around. Whoa, so is life, abati wa, so is life. Whoa, so is life, abati wa, so is life. Whoa, so is life, abati wa, so is life. Whoa, so is life, abati wa, so is life. I'm really pleased to have our religious exploration assistant, Madeline Natali, sharing our time for wonder today.
Hi, friends. How's everyone doing today? I'm not used to being upstage. I don't know what I'm doing. But good morning. I would like to invite anyone who would like to come up and join me for our time of wonder to come and take a seat on the steps now. This might be our little ones or anyone who feels young at heart. I know there's no rug today. I wonder why. I bet you we'll figure that out pretty soon, huh? Hi, guys. Good morning. Now, who hasn't gotten a chance to open up our Wonder Box? Oh, Waldo, you look like you really need to open this Wonder Box today. What do we think? Waldo, you ready? Do you want me to pull this one down? Okay. It's a little high.
Because I can't see in the box.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see in the box when it's this high up, huh?
Go on my tippy toes.
Here, what's in our box today? Here, Silas, let Waldo grab that. What is it?
A card.
A card? Maybe
I think it online or something.
it does say thank you, Earth.
I know. Thank you, Earth, our beautiful home.
Thank you, Earth, our beautiful home. So what do we think this is? What is it?
A present from Earth Day.
It's a present for Earth Day? Oh, I think it's a thank you card to our Earth for Earth Day. Yeah, Earth Day was a while ago. Well, we'll celebrate today, okay?
Hey, Poopy Miles.
Hi, Miles.
I'm
So this month we celebrate Earth Day as a way to bring awareness to honoring and caring for our Earth, which is our home. Hi, Miles. Welcome to the stage. Here, Waldo, scooch over so I can grab a seat here. I'm going to read this book to you guys. Are you ready? It's called Thank You, Earth. Does everyone have enough room? You're good? No, you don't. You're all squished. You're all huddled up here. Oh, I know, nothing in the card. Maybe we'll make thank you cards later. Okay, so here to start, we say, Dear Earth,
in this cloud.
thank you for water and those that float, for slippery seaweed and stone. Thank you for mountains and minerals that strengthen bills and bone. Thank you for air, even fishy whale breath. Thank you for colors and coastlines and beaches. Thank you for tiny and towering, for trees and vines that reach. Thank you for curves and prickles and parallels, for patterns.
Trees you wouldn't be able to live.
All shapes that repeat. Trees do. Thank you for leaves and stems and buds, for plant parts we can eat. Thank you for sounds and storms and seasons, for struggles and pale in-betweens. Thank you for rays and radials and overlapping greens. Thank you for jumbles, ingredients for soil, and bright new growth in spring. Thank you for those that crawl. Yes, all. Even for those that sting. Thank you for sunsets, for sky room for birds, for edges eyes can roam. Thank you for beginnings, for endings, for lifetimes. Thank you for being our home. And we have some notes from the author. What do we think?
Well, they missed one.
They missed one? What did they miss?
Thank you for the sky.
Thank you for the sky. Well, this is a great time. Yeah, this is a great time to share what we're thankful for with our Earth. Is there anyone that wants to share? Lana, do you want to start?
Thank you for the sky.
Here, let me give you a.
Thank you for the sky.
Thank you for the sky. Gwen?
Thank you for animals.
I'm going to say thank you for our great Finger Lakes. Is there anyone in the crowd that wants to share?
Thank you for rainbows and clouds.
Thank you for the blossoms on the trees out front.
Thank you for beautiful children.
Thank you for ramps and nettles that nourish us in this season.
Thank you for this service.
Thank you for the bluebird family outside our window that have babies in the nest.
And thank you even for the rain that's going to make our grass green and make the flowers grow and things bloom.
Thank you for the beautiful flowers.
Thank you for the asparagus poking up on the edge of our garden.
Thank you for everything.
And thank you. By sharing all of the ways that we are thankful for our earth, it reminds us to care for this planet that we live on and all of the blessings that she shares with us. Thank you, guys. I'm going to put the time of wonder back up here, okay? All right, kids, you guys ready to come in the back with me?
Yes.
Yay!
My fear that I'd get up here and the instructions aren't out. And that I was so enthralled with the children, I forgot that I was next. It's here. I'm Kathy Hopkins, and I'm here to talk you through joys and sorrows and appreciations of our community, which there are a lot going on. In spirit of reverence, love, and care, we take time now to bear witness to some of the joys and sorrows and appreciations of our community. We want to share those events that call for our prayers and support, our praise and celebration. My first is a joy. For all of you who remember her bright light and spirit, Martha Ferger would love visits at Bridges. Contact me or Michelle for details. And in appreciation, the Social Justice Leadership Team would like to extend appreciation to all those who contributed to the Site of Love collection during April for St. John's Shelter and Food Pantry. Numerous bags and boxes of items will be delivered. A message from the community engagement person at St. John's. Thanks so much for thinking about our shelter guests and community members who rely on our food pantry. From Judy Jones, another appreciation. She's grateful for plants provided by Don Rakow, Phyllis Smith-Hansen, and transported by Fran Helmstetter, and Margaret Fabrizio. Site work by Tom Coakley and Greg Hardy. Second Wind Cottages. Oh, see, this is my other fear. My phone won't work. Second Wind Cottages look the best ever, preparing to build a community center mid-site. Thank you to Sarah and Simon Catterall, Brenda Golden, Matt Hare, Kathy and Carl Hopkins, Mary Paul Kirkpatrick, Keith Perry, and Rachel Seymour for putting 3 hours of good work into sorting out the crammed parish house attic and carrying loads of recycle and donations away. It's at least half cleared. For those we may be holding in our thoughts, in our hearts and prayers, let us call these names out loud into the community and space of healing and hope right now. Linda Hopkins. Amy. We extend loving kindness to all in our world, and let us not forget to extend loving kindness to ourselves. Today, tomorrow, and beyond, let our hands be outstretched in kindness, and let us keep showing up to our lives and each other with an open heart, no matter what. Love and courage to us all. Blessed be. Amen.
I invite you to join with me in an embodied meditation honoring the blessings of the goddess, the earth, and the four elements. You may engage in this meditation standing or seated. You're also welcome to get up and move to a space that you find most comfortable, or to come up to the front if you would like. We begin with our hands at center, honoring the breath as a gift of the wind. We bring our arms outward while breathing in and release to the sky as we exhale, imagining that spirit of wind breathing life into us. Inhaling outward to all of creation once again and releasing upward. You can allow your arms to dance in the breeze if that feels good in your body. Once more, breathing in and releasing to the sky. Now bring our hands to our chest, laying one on top of the other and feeling the rhythm of your heartbeat. Tapping that rhythm as you kindle the fire within. This is your heart center, the place of love and passion, of transformation and change. Here is your fire. Allow your arms to gently fall to your sides, loose and flowing as you release all tension. Allow your spine to gently begin to move back and forth, like the seagrass being rocked by the waves. As you breathe in and exhale, conjure the sound of the ocean. As you continue to sway, give yourself permission to release all of that tension that you have been holding, to flow like the stream and the river, unimpeded by obstacles, ever moving and changing, and yet constant. Finally, we root our bodies to the earth, lifting one foot and planting it firmly on the ground, and then the other, with gratitude for the gifts of steadfastness and calm. Feel the weight of your body where it is connected to the ground, to the floor, or to the seat beneath you. Imagine roots which connect you to the earth, to one another, to the web of life. We give thanks to the earth, who is our mother, who cares for us as we must care for her. There are 2 baskets of instruments that I'm going to start passing along. I'm going to invite you to take one if you feel so moved, as Stephanie leads us in our meditation hymn, number 1073, The Earth is Our Mother.
Wait for a few instruments to get out before I get started. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. The earth is our mother, we must take care of her. Hey, yunga, ho, yunga, hey, yung, yung. Hey, yunga, hey, yunga, hey, yung.
This is the week of Sharing Sunday. We will give our plate to the Open Doors Ithaca. They teach students English and about American culture. This is done without charge to refugees or other low-income students. This year, they've had a major influx of Ukrainian refugees. They need our financial support to provide assistance, kindness, and encouragement. Please give generously. Giving to the plate is important. It's a symbol of our gratitude for this service and our ongoing commitment to support the work of this church. For those watching remotely, the instructions for using your phone or computer will appear on the screen during the offertory music and in the information below the live stream. For those attending in person, our ushers will now pass the plate.
The Easter sun, it cuts my eyes, open to the wind and rain. All around the earth breathes deep. I come alive again. I am the green man of the woods, the wounded and the broken, and I am the fire in the red stag's eye, the touch of a lover's hand. Oh, let me speak, lend me your tongue, to sing the trees and streams, sing the dark blood of the hills, the moon on goose's wings. I am the green man of the woods. The wounded and the broken, I am the fire in the red stag's eye, the touch of a lover's hand. Don't be alarmed, I've come to bring you joy. I'll do you no harm. Let us dance beneath the stars, the pale moon in our eyes, and celebrate the mysterious that keeps us all alive. The time has come for us to rise from the wreaths and thorns, return now from exile deep, back where we belong. I am the green man of the woods, the thistle and the corn, the spark in every creature's heart, the dancer in the storm. I am the green man of the woods.
Easter sun, it
Please join me in saying the offertory words printed in your order of service. May these gifts bring about connection, inspiration, and engagement within these walls and beyond.
Tonight is Beltane, which marks the planting time. It's the halfway point between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. Beltane comes from the Gaelic word which translates to bright fire. In fact, Beltane celebrations are often marked with bonfires as a symbol of protection. You're going to be given an opportunity to jump over a symbolic bonfire in a little bit, but first we need to dance around our maypole. The maypole is one of the traditional symbols of Beltane and represents the joy and celebration of new growth and the colors of the season and the fertility of Mother Earth. I'm so pleased to have Jonathan Seaman gifting us music for this celebration, and we have, I'm not sure, we need at least an equal number of people to the ribbons that we have up here. And I do encourage maybe our younger friends to partner up with an older friend. So come on up if this looks like fun to you. Come on up, friends, come on up. We're going to start with a really simple dance. We're going to do this a couple of ways. Oh, and I feel like I shouldn't hand these out yet because then people aren't going to want to come up and find all the do all the ribbons. But I have these also which can be passed around. So if you come on up. We can scoot that way. If you want to scoot that way for me. All right, so I'm going to pass these around also. We can start here. If you'd like to take, you can just take the whole basket. We can just scoot these forward a little bit. Yeah. That's off. I'll just scoot them forward. All right. I think we're ready. All right, is there a person or a duo for every ribbon up here? Waldo, do you need to find a partner? And Josie, do you have a partner? All right. All right, Jonathan's going to start some music for us. And as he plays, I'm going to call out some directions. All right, friends, the first thing we're going to do is we're all going to start about where we are. And we're just going to step forward and back on 4. So it's going to look like this. Ready? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. And we just go forward. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. That's right. We'll do that twice more. 1. Last time. 3, 4, 1. All right, so I can pause as the music continues. And this time we are going to just start walking counterclockwise until we have wrapped our pole all the way up, at which point I will call for you to go, or going clockwise, counterclockwise. So clockwise to start with. All right, here, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, here we go. Right. All right, I'm going to count to 4, and then we're going to change directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and switch. So now we're going to go counterclockwise, and we're going to unwrap it. Here we go. 1. All right, when you get back to where you're right under yours, you're going to pause. So go ahead and pause right there. Yep. You got it? Perfect. All right, friends, can I be a partner with all of you? Can I help you here? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to start and we're going to count off A, B, going this way. One not per person, but per strand. So we are A, yellow strand is B, you're A, you got it? All right, so our A's, we are going to take a step outward. Can I be on the inside here, Gwendolyn? Sure. So B's, you're going to take a step inward.
Why are we going to be on the outside?
All right, so we are going to face our A-B partners as I am doing.
Okay.
So A's, you should be facing clockwise, and B's, you should be facing counterclockwise. Right? Yeah. All right, so what's going to happen? Ready? A's are going to start on the outside. We're going to lift our ribbons up. B's are going to duck under. So everyone try that. Take a step forward. But now we're going to trade. So we're going to go, if you're an A, you're going to go under. And ready? B, you're going to lift it over our head, and you're going to keep going in the same direction. Can you? So you're going to go this way. All right, you got it? All right. So this time we're going to be on the, you got it?
This time we're going to be on the under.
So this time we're going to be going over. Did we make it?
I don't know.
All right, ready? A's on the outside. A's on the outside. B's on the inside. All right. So now we're going to go under, right?
Yeah, now we're going to go under.
So now we go under. So A's on the inside, B's on the outside. You got to pause. All right, ready? A's on the outside. B's on the inside. You got it, right? A's on the inside. B's on the outside. You got it. Ready? A's on the outside. B's on the inside. Deanna and Josie, I need you to come much closer to me. Can you come much closer to me? Good job. All right, are we ready? All right. A's on the inside. B's on the outside. All right, A's on the outside, right?
A's on the outside.
And B's on the inside. There we go. Hey, we're getting it, right? A's on the inside. All right.
We got lost.
You're right. You got to keep going in the same direction. All right. You're going to go over us because A's are on the inside. Winnie, we got to go to the outside now. Ready? A's on the outside. Got you. You got it? We're going under. Under.
That's where I'm at too.
All right, A's on the inside, B's on the outside. Yep. Ready? Here, come with me. All right, A's on the outside. We got a B. Where's our B on the inside here?
Be on the inside.
So you're gonna go on the other side of them. That's right. All right. You got it? All right, so we're gonna go under. Ready? Here we go. All right, we're gonna go over. Over. All right. Woo! Good job. All right, last one, friends. Under. All right, you can go ahead and set your ribbons right at the bottom. All right. We didn't have any practice time, so I think that this was very impressive, all things considered. All things considered. Thank you, friends. Thank you. I'm going to push myself more center. I moved a little bit. All right, this morning I have for you 4 short stories, and then I'm going to invite you to engage in 4 activities which are set up around the sanctuary. We are going to wait to engage in those activities until we have completed all of our stories. I did want to invite anyone who wanted to get up a little closer to listen to the stories. Feel free. I don't have a picture book, but you're always welcome to come up and sit with me. Our first, as retold by Faye Mogensen, is Hannah and the Wind. Whenever I mention wind in this story, I'm going to ask for your help by making the sound of the wind stronger if my arm is up high. Let's all do it together. Ready? Whoosh. And when I lower it, we can get a little quieter. Oh, that was perfect. I didn't even have to, everyone came down with me. All right. Here's how our story begins. Hannah finished washing her clothes at the village well and carried them back to her house to hang on the clothesline. She didn't have a front yard or a backyard, so the clothesline hung in the courtyard that she shared with her neighbor. The clothes began to dance in the wind. Hannah watched for a moment and then went inside to prepare the evening meal. A few moments later, her neighbor, Sarah, was on her way out the door, off to her garden to harvest some food for supper. She was late and in a hurry. She rushed out and ran straight into Hannah's clothes that were hanging there right in the middle of her path. Something snapped inside Sarah. She had had enough. She grabbed the knife from her basket and cut the clothesline. With great satisfaction, she watched the clothes tumble to the ground and then continued on her way. Hannah missed all of this. But a little while later, she opened her door to fetch a few herbs that were growing in a pot just outside. She saw the clothesline and couldn't believe her eyes. She clenched her fists. She knew at once who it was. She began to walk towards Sarah's door. She was going to pound on it until she answered, and she had a thing or two to say to her. But just then, a little gust of wind, whoosh, it seemed to blow in whirls and whispers. Somehow, the wind reminded Hannah of what a difficult life Sarah had had. She was a single mother with 3 children and had very little support. Hannah unclenched her fists. She picked up the clothes and brought them back to the well, rinsed them out, and vigorously wrung out the excess water. She returned to the courtyard, where she tied the clothesline back together, hung it up, and returned to making her meal. She hummed a little tune as she cooked. Before long, Hannah's husband came home. Usually, Hannah liked to recount the details of her day, but the wind seemed to whistle just a little bit as he was coming in. And Hannah changed her mind. Meanwhile, Sarah had a miserable day. She fretted while she worked. Why had she been so rash? Why had she cut the clothesline? When she returned home, she was happy to see the clothes hanging again. But once inside her house, she couldn't stop pacing back and forth, worrying about the unpleasant words that she was bound to hear from Hannah. Again and again, she thought she heard the sound of Hannah's footsteps outside her door. But now it was sunset, and Hannah hadn't come. Oh dear, she thought, I shall have to go and ask for forgiveness. She made her way across the courtyard, carefully moving the clothes aside that were still hanging on the line, and timidly she knocked on the door. When Hannah opened it, Sarah was a little surprised. Hannah was not scowling, but had a smile on her face. Sarah apologized profusely. Hannah took Sarah's hand in her own and said, "Today I've learned something good. I've learned that the wind doesn't just dry clothes. The wind can sweep away anger." In the east, in the direction of air, in just a few moments, you will be invited to blow away into bubbles any anger or negativity that you are holding on to, and invite in some joy as well. Ancient tales tell of a bird that lays no eggs and has no young, yet has always existed. They were here when the world began and are still here with us today. Once the bird had lived for 500 years and they felt the end of their life was near. I don't want to live like this, they thought. I want to be strong again. So they lifted their head and sang, "Sun, glorious sun, make me new and strong again." But the sun didn't answer. Day after day, the bird sang. When the sun still didn't answer, they decided to return to the place that they had lived at the beginning of time and ask the sun once more. They flew across the desert, past hills and green valleys. The journey was long, and they had to rest along the way. Now, this bird had a keen sense of smell and was particularly fond of herbs and spices. So each time they landed, they collected little bits of cinnamon bark and fragrant leaves. They tucked some in among their feathers and carried the rest in their claws and began to build a nest of the cinnamon bark at the top of a palm tree, and they lined it with the fragrant herbs. Finally, with everything ready, the birds sat down in their nest, lifted their head, and sang, "Sun, glorious sun, make me new and strong again." This time, the sun heard them. Swiftly it chased the clouds from the sky and stilled the winds and shone down on the mountainside with all of its power. Suddenly there was a flash of light. Flames leapt out of the nest, and the bird turned into a big blaze of fire. After a while, the flames died down. The tree had not burned, nor had the nest, but the bird was nowhere to be seen. In the nest remained a large heap of silvery ashes. Slowly the ash began to tremble and heaved itself upward. Out of the ash rose a new bird, small and crumpled. Moment by moment, though, they grew until they were the same size as before. They looked around, found an egg made of myrrh, and hollowed it out. There they placed the ashes and closed the egg. The sun lifted their head and sang, "Sun, glorious sun, I shall sing my songs for you alone, forever and ever." Just as the song ended, the wind began to blow. The clouds scudded across the sky, and all living creatures crept out of their hiding places. It was time to start anew. The phoenix lives within all of us. It is our resilience. When life burns us down, we rise up from the ashes, fresh and anew, for new beginnings await us. In the south, you will find the symbolic bonfire that you may jump over. You are also invited to write down something that you would like to release so that you can set anew. Madeline will be back there to assist you in burning it, in the hopes that something positive can rise in its place. In the depths of the summer heat, Crow thought he might die of thirst if he didn't find water soon. On wilted wings, he allowed himself to be carried hither and thither by the wind. He rode them lazily until suddenly something caught his eye. It was a pitcher perched on a garden table far below. The crow circled down to rest for a moment on its rim. He bent down and poked his beak inside, but he couldn't reach the water. The pitcher was half empty and his beak was not long enough. The crow felt thirstier than ever. He looked around the garden and an idea came to him. He sprang into action. Crow noticed a pile of pebbles beneath a garden table. He flew down, picked one up, and dropped it into the water. And then he flew and collected some more. He did this over and over again. With each pebble, the water rose just a little bit higher. After many trips, the water nearly reached the top of the pitcher. Crow bent down and drank his fill. On our table in the west, direction of water, this table holds bowls and many stones. You are invited to place one or more of the stones into the bowl, and with it your intention of what you would like to see rise in your life, in this community, in the world, and on the earth. And finally, an old tale from Iran tells of a heavenly creature that fell in love with a daughter of the earth. When first he caught sight of her, she was sitting by the water's edge, decorating her hair with forget-me-nots. How beautiful she was. He spent every day sitting by her side at the river's bank. He would pick forget-me-nots for her and watch as she wove them into her hair. And then he was discovered. When it was found out that he was in love with a human, he was banned from paradise. That is, he was banned from paradise until his love had planted forget-me-nots in every corner of the world. For love of him, she undertook this task. For years, she wandered the earth, planting forget-me-nots wherever she went. At last, her task was finished. In every corner of the earth, tiny blue forget-me-nots could be seen to bloom. She was no longer a young woman, but the heavenly creature loved her all the same. When they returned to the gates of heaven to report back that the task was done, the gates reopened not just for him, but for her as well. "Your love is greater than your wish for life," said the gatekeeper. "Because you know the meaning of a truly unselfish love, you may enter into heaven without death." To this day, forget-me-nots bloom in wild places throughout the world, and their sight reminds us of the far-reaching span of love. On our northern table, the direction of earth, we have forget-me-not seeds. You may take a packet home with you to plant there. You may plant some in one of the provided peat pots. There is soil on the ground next to it. Or you may sow some seeds in the planter, which we will be placing on the porch of the parish house. I'm going to invite you now to rise and engage in any or all of these activities, and I will sound the bell when it is time to come back together. As you return to your seats, I'm going to invite you to begin singing our closing hymn, Blue Boat Home. That's number 1064 in the Teal hymnal. In the shade of a lush forest, a grand and sprawling tree catches the sunlight. The tree stood in the middle of the village, and its trunk was so large that it took 6 people holding hands outstretched to reach around it. The roots were strong and wide, and its branches spread out over the village square, offering shelter from the rain or shade from the summer sun. Its fruit was juicy, sweet, and plentiful. The people of the village loved the tree. Children played beneath it and climbed in its lowest branches. Young people knew that if they whispered their dreams to the tree, they were more likely to come true. People who proclaimed their love or friendship for one another beneath its branches found their relationships to be nourishing, and elders discovered that their sweetest memories could be counted on when they were near the great tree. The tree had been witness to so much, and when the breezes blew through the leaves, one could hear the echo of generations, laughter, conversations, dreams, prayers, and songs. One day, a traveling merchant arrived in the village. He rested in the shade and ate 2 pieces of delicious fruit. "This fruit is incredible," he said. "I'd like to have some to sell in the next couple of villages that I visit. Who owns the tree?" "No one owns this tree," replied a villager. "If anything, we belong to it." "Well, then if no one owns the tree, then no one will mind if I pick the fruit," said the merchant, and he began to fill a basket. "I mind," said the villager, "and today I am keeper of the tree." "What do you mean, keeper of the tree?" "We each take our turns being here with the tree. We could never own it. We are here as protectors and sustainers. That's ridiculous. The tree doesn't need you. You could just take what you need, take what you want. The tree will continue. But the villagers couldn't be persuaded. Sir, this tree isn't like that. We don't come here to take from it, even though we receive much. We are keepers of the tree because this is where we are nourished. This is where some of our most precious memories are and where our people have dreamed. This is where we remember who we want to be. Well, said the merchant, you may think this tree is very special, but it still doesn't need you to sit with it. That's preposterous. Ah, replied the villager, the tree itself may not need me, but what of the others who come by? Just this morning, I sat with a woman whose heart was heavy with worry. Had I not been here, she would have had to carry that weight alone. And this afternoon, a tired couple came by and they rested with me. They said that they had been looking for a place just like this. And an elder came by, and we watched the birds in the branches together. And now here you are. You were confused about what this tree is and how to be with it. Imagine if you had arrived thinking that you knew everything about all there is. Luckily for you, my friend, I'm here to let you know that when you care for the tree of life, it becomes about so much more than you. And the merchant sat for a while in the shade, thinking about these ideas that felt new and a little challenging. And as the sun went down, he picked up his bag and headed out of town, whistling a song that he hadn't thought of in years. On his way, he shared a smile with each person he met, and his heart felt strangely light and joyful. And the people of the village? They continue to sustain the tree of life, to care for one another and share their gifts with grace and gratitude. This we know. The earth does not belong to us. We belong to the earth. May it be so for each of us.
Spirit of the North, we thank you. Spirit of the West, we thank you.
Spirit of the South, we thank you.
Spirit of the East, we thank you.
The circle is open but never unbroken. As it has been, so shall it be. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again.
As we extinguish our chalice this morning, may the firmness of the earth be yours. May the flow of the water be yours. May the freedom of the air be yours. May the fierceness of the fire be yours. May all of the gifts of this life, below and above, be with you now and remain with you always. Our service is ended. May our true service begin. Go in peace. Blessed be.